questions are. So, whenever you're ready to go ahead and get started.
Okay. Did you want to do an introduction?
Well, this is an amazing introduction. So, for those of you who don't know me and it's your first time watching me because I'm talking on two different platforms, those are you are on then the Zoom platform, you guys know me. I help you guys out as much as I possibly can by coaching you. But others that are on YouTube, my name is Nakia. I'm known as Beauty Cutright Fitness or just Beauty Cutright, period. I help women in all aspects. I'm more of a lifestyle consultant, coach, business owner, a lot of things. But on this channel, I talk a lot about health and fitness. And one of the things I have been talking about and introducing is about CBD as a part of helping with health. I have been using it since October, actually 2017. I don't know if Marsha would be able to, but I think and that's where I met Rita. That's how I met you. Was then,
Uh-huh.
it was 2017, correct?
I think so.
Yeah, and it was at the Pink Rush event, and it was talking. They were talking about CBD and the health benefits. That was the biggest thing with Dr. Rita Mcguire, and then there were other things about stocks and investing and just pretty much overall health of it. So I wanted to share with you guys to talk with not just an actual physician, but a CBD expert, someone who has been studying this for decades. I might as well say decades, over, God, decades. And not only that, we can identify with her because one, it's a face we recognize, African American women. And not only that, her story and her weight loss. She started maybe, I think you started maybe about a year after me because I started in 2013 with
Right.
my weight loss. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I started. I was 220 pounds. Nowhere near like you were. You were a little bit less weight, less more than less than I did. But her weight loss journey is very similar, and the things that she went through in order to get where she is now is an amazing story. So, without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to my wonderful, wonderful friend and Dr. Rita Mcguire. She's going to help us understand the benefits of how CBD can help you guys out in your health and fitness journey.
Yay. Thank you,
Yay.
Nikia, so much. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
So I'm Dr. Rita McGuire, and I am excited and very grateful to have this opportunity to talk to you about CBD, cannabis, health benefits, as well as a little bit about my story. Well, I'm an obstetrician gynecologist. I am here at the hospital. I'm in one of the physician's lounges, and I've been practicing for over 30 years. I've delivered over 8,000 babies. And now it's 5 years ago, in 2015, it's 4 years ago, soon to be 5 years. I lost my last remaining immediate family member. I lost my mom to coronary artery disease, obesity, my dad and the older brother to cancer, and then my middle brother I lost to HIV/AIDS. And when I last lost that last remaining family member, I was over 211 pounds, and I'm only 5 foot 3 and a half. And I honestly felt that if I didn't get my life together, I too would die prematurely. At the time, I was working over 96 hours a week, single mom, busy practice, and I was just a setup for a disaster. I had a shift in my mindset because that's where it all starts. I'm telling you, that mindset is where it starts. I lost over 67 pounds in 6 months. And truly, it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It was harder than childbirth. It was harder than residency. It was harder than medical school. I'm telling you, that was the hardest thing I've ever done. But through that, it forced me to look at the way I was treating my patients, right? It was a really epiphany to see that, wow, we can change the trajectory of health through diet and exercise.
Mhm.
And that journey led me to look at ways to holistically treat my patients. Like when my patients come in, instead of asking, how are you doing with your medication refills? It's like, how's your diet? What have you been doing not to be sedentary? So fast forward 3 years ago, I was introduced to CBD. I didn't know anything about cannabis other than weed, but had no idea that there's a part of this plant that has a medicinal benefit without the high. And when I found that out, I was on board to really help patients, my community, to get on the other side of knowledge, to end the negative stigma about cannabis, and to really help educate and empower our community that's really truly was hit hard on the war on drugs, our community that's been locked up and really in prison still for small possession of cannabis, to really help them to understand the medicinal properties of this plant. So I'm going to share my screen now, and we're going to get into my presentation since you have that little background.
Hi,
And give me a
guys.
moment. So what we're going to do is pretty much a focus group to really help you understand our company. Our company is Wakana, and to understand our products, to understand how CBD works and the other cannabinoids work in our body. And the first question I always ask is why? Like, why are you on the line? Is it because you want to get more information about the industry, more information about how you can incorporate cannabis in your lifestyle? Or maybe you want to know all those things and you're interested in investing in this next generational wealth creating industry of cannabis. The other question I always start out with is, what if the life you've always imagined was within your reach? So when we talk about the right industry, absolutely cannabis is the right industry. This is my call room. I'm still practicing a little bit. Mostly I do a lot of speaking, I'm traveling, helping healthcare professionals to understand how to use not only CBD, but medical marijuana. But this is just a small representation of publications that I get at Walgreens and CVS. Everybody wants to know about how marijuana is used medicinally. We even see the former Speaker of the House, John Boehner, who was adamantly opposed to cannabis, now has had an epiphany. All of a sudden, John Boehner wants cannabis to really be used and pushing for its medical use for veterans who have PTSD. Why? Well, we understand it's all about economics with John Boehner. See, John Boehner is on the board of one of the largest cannabis companies that just sold to Canopy Growth for $3.2 billion. We even see Walgreens and CVS. Absolutely, CBD is mainstreaming. Why? Because we're going to see those seniors who are taking Motrin and Aleve and ibuprofen and Tylenol and maybe even opioids like Vicodin for their pain, that they're going to want to turn to CBD as an option. The Rolling Stone says that CBD is going to become the unexpected star of legalized pot. More than 1,500 women across North America were surveyed. Women want to know about cannabis. 60% of women want to know that they surveyed how cannabis can benefit their skincare. 32% of these women aspire to be involved in the cannabis industry. 23% want to know how cannabis can enhance their sex life. And 65% want to attend an infused dinner. And 68% want to find out how they can improve their cannabis retail experience. See, it's all about learning and unlearning. We understand that this industry is huge. The projected North American legal sales of cannabis is expected to grow by 700%. Now, this slide is old, but the new projection for 2022 is expected to be a $32 billion industry. So Wakana is the path to unlocking health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. A little bit about our company. We are much more than a CBD company. We are a movement. Our vision is that we exist to help end the negative stigma that has caused communities around the world to suffer and lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. Our mission, we are the catalyst to stir a movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs, formulators, investors, truly evoking the courage and strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. Our company launched just 5 months ago. On April 20th, 2019, Wakana was brought into existence through the synergistic efforts and shared foundational values of 4 African American women who believe that health, wealth, legacy, and freedom are gifts that belong to all people. What is the meaning of Wakana? Wakana means young leaves. It means total harmony. It means female and gift of God. In fact, there was a scripture that was given to our CEO that was so applicable to the meaning of Wakana. And that scripture comes from Psalm 68:11. And it says, the Lord gave the word. The word was Wakana. The Lord gave this word to our CEO. And great was the company of those that published it. In fact, there's another translation that reads, great was the company of women that published it. So you can see that cannabis is the right industry. And that's really important, that when you talk about looking at an industry to invest in or to get involved in, that it is truly the right industry. And then the right leadership is very important. Our leadership, our co-founders are here. Our CEO is Melissa Boston. She brings over 29 plus years of home-based business experience. In fact, when she was 32 years old, she fired her boss. She retired from corporate America at the age of 32. She has built companies in over 40 countries. She's trained over 500,000 distributors in her lifetime. And truly, she is a social media strategist. She is the visionary behind Wakana. Our president is Dr. Patricia Van Pelt. She is a state senator here in Illinois, serving her 3rd term, and she truly is an overcomer. She grew up in the notorious projects of Cabrini Green here in Chicago. She's an entrepreneur, she's an evangelist, and truly developed the pathway to ownership. She developed a concept that allows the average American to own a part of Wakana. That's our pathway to ownership. Our senior VP of sales is Phyllis Nash. Phyllis Nash, we call our midwife because she's able to birth all possibilities from you in business. She started out as a cashier and worked her way up and managed all of Leon Barbecues. If you know anything about Chicago barbecue, she put Leon Barbecue on the map. She's in real estate as well as the restaurant business and has truly been the midwife of Wakana. And myself, Dr. Rita Mcguire, I'm the Chief Medical Officer of Wakana. I'm an obstetrician gynecologist and also was very instrumental in passing the adult use law here in Illinois. We're number 11 to pass recreational marijuana. And I was also the very first physician to certify the first patient in Illinois for the opioid exchange program. So instead of patients refilling their prescription for opioids, they're able to get a temporary medical marijuana card to assist them to come off of opioids. So I am truly excited to be a part of this powerhouse team that we have leading Wakana. We also have a proven track record. The four of us worked together in another cannabis company, and we took that company from doing $8,000 a month to close to $250,000 a month, and we did that in 18 months. We also are the founders of the Pink Rush that Nakia spoke about. That is a non-for-profit platform where we assist women, minority women, to get into the cannabis space. We're also the co-founders of CBD Billionaires. That is a Facebook platform where we have over 10,000 followers that have been able to get their understanding and knowledge about how to get into the cannabis space. So we're pioneers, we're experts in the cannabis space, and we've also helped companies in other industries grow by hundreds of millions of dollars. Our core values, we use an acronym which is TREE, TREEE. That's trust, respect, empower, equality, and excellence. And again, Wakana is built on the foundation of pathway to ownership. See, the four of us could have owned this company, but we really truly feel that because as a minority community, we have been left out of the fact that the majority Europeans are the ones that own all of these dispensaries, specifically in Illinois. So we are able to give the average person to own a piece of Wakana with the number one goal of creating multi-generational wealth for their families. Again, this cannabis industry is the next wealth creating industry of our lifetime. So you can see not only are we in the right industry, but we have the right people. We have the right leadership leading. Now, how about our products? The right product is very important. When President Trump signed the Farm Bill in 2018, absolutely we saw CBD companies popping up everywhere. You can find CBD at the gas station, at the smoke shops. You're going to see CBD at a lot of, CVS and Walgreens soon. It's everywhere. But what's important that you understand is not all CBD is made equally. The quality, the potency must be there. So our products are products you can trust. So let's talk about what CBD is. CBD stands for cannabidiol. Cannabidiol is the second most common cannabinoid found in different strains of cannabis. Unlike THC, CBD is non-mind altering, meaning it will not get you high. I've used CBD in my practice now for 3 years, and I use it in conjunction with traditional medications to really help patients to decrease and even come off of a lot of medications that they're on. It's important to understand, and this slide was cut off, that CBD can come from the hemp species, which was on the right and cut off, and it can also come from the marijuana species, which is on the left. Now, the difference between marijuana and hemp, which is important that you understand, is that marijuana has a very high level of THC, which is a mind-altering cannabinoid, and very low levels of CBD, or cannabidiol, which is the non-psychoactive part of the plant. Hemp, on the other hand, has a very high level of CBD and a very low level of THC. So in 2018, the Farm Bill allows hemp to no longer be a Schedule I drug like cannabis is. Hemp is legal on a federal level because of this Farm Bill in all 50 states. So hemp is legal to sell, cultivate, and consume. Now, the definition of hemp is containing less than 0.3% of THC. That's the legal limit of THC that is legal on a federal level. So let's look at the other cannabinoids that the plant makes. CBD, you can see, is the star. CBD has a long list of medicinal properties. CBD is antibacterial, it inhibits cancer cell growth, it's neuroprotective, it promotes bone growth, it reduces seizures and convulsions, it reduces blood sugar levels, it reduces function in the immune system, it reduces inflammation, it reduces the risk of arterial blockage and small intestinal contractions. Very useful in those who are on chemotherapy and reducing nausea and vomiting, as well as relieving pain and anxiety. CBD slows bacterial growth, it suppresses muscle spasms, and it's tranquilizing. It helps with a lot of skin disorders like psoriasis and eczema and acne, and is a vasorelaxant. The other cannabinoids also have medicinal properties, not as many as CBD, but it's important to understand that even delta-9 THC, as we know it as marijuana, reduces nausea and vomiting, it relieves pain, it stimulates the appetite. It's a great product for those who are HIV positive or, again, on chemotherapy and need to stimulate the appetite, as well as suppressing muscle spasms in those who have multiple sclerosis. The other cannabinoids you can see when you synergistically have a full spectrum product, that's a product that takes all of the cannabinoids that the plant offers, the major ones, and you also have the terpenes and the flavonoids. The whole plant synergistically on a cellular level gives many, many results that benefits the body. So how does CBD, THC, CBC, and all these other cannabinoids work? Well, they work by this system that every single vertebrate has. Every person has an endocannabinoid system. This system was discovered when I was at Wayne State School of Medicine in Detroit in the early 1990s. I'm really dating myself now. But this system is one of the most vital regulatory systems within the human body. The system is made up of receptors in the brain, in the central nervous system, in the immune system, in the periphery that are looking for cannabinoids. This system modulates and regulates how we think, how we feel, how we react, our metabolism, our temperature, our blood pressure, our pain control. This system has receptors also in the eyes, the lungs, the liver, the kidneys, the bowel, the skin, the stomach, the teeth, and the heart. So when you talk about CBD being beneficial to someone that has glaucoma, or someone who has asthma, or maybe someone who has GERD or reflux, or maybe someone who has hypertension or heart disease, you can see why CBD works. It works because the receptors in every single gland and organ in our body is looking for CBD to put the body back in balance. And that's the whole goal of the endocannabinoid system, is to put our body back in balance, because our body endures a lot, right? Our body endures a lot from our diet. Our diet may be poor, full of processed food, fried food, the pesticides that are on our fruits and vegetables, the air we're breathing, the water. To put the body back in balance is to feed our body. Our products are products you can trust. Our products really provide some of the most rich medicinal hemp. And again, hemp is defined as containing 0.3% or less of THC. That's a legal limit that will not get you high. Our products are fully compliant with the State Department of Agriculture regulations. That's important because hemp is a bioaccumulator. And what that means is that if you don't grow hemp in organic soil, it will accumulate toxins and heavy metals or whatever else is in the soil. Our products are also industrial hemp registered, and our products are Farm Bill compliant. Again, compliant with containing 0.3% or less of THC, and also compliant with the fact that CBD, to be legally sold, has to come from the hemp species and not the marijuana species. So this is our product line, very professional packaging, very potent, very safe and effective. We have two lines. We have a power line. You'll see that line has a black label. That is the line that contains 0.3% or less of THC. That's a full spectrum line. Again, that's a line that has all of the other cannabinoids that the plant affords us, along with terpenes and flavonoids that are part of the plant that enhance the anti-inflammatory properties. Now, our pure line, which is in the white packaging, is what we call our broad spectrum product. Those are products that have less than 0.0% THC. Those are products that are meant for people who have random drug screens at their job and want to make sure that they pass those urine drug screens. So let's talk about our power line. Our products are unique. Our products are double certified and they're third party validated, which means before they even hit your shelf, they are tested to ensure that the product is free from mold, mildew, pesticides, and heavy metals. Why is that important? Well, that's important because if someone that is immunocompromised, someone who may have cancer, someone who may be HIV positive or AIDS, takes a product and they're immunocompromised and there's even a trace amount of mold in it, that could kill them. It could make them very ill. So that's why it's important to know the source of your CBD products. Now, this product, the first one on the left, is powered by hempranium. That means we use a proprietary formulation of certified organic oils like black seed and turmeric and peppermint, and we infuse it in our CBD oil. Why do we do that? Well, we know the power of turmeric and black seed have powerful anti-inflammatory properties that enhance the analgesic properties of our CBD oil. This product is 500 milligrams in 15 ml bottle. That means that each drop is 1.67 milligrams. Our next product is our water soluble. See, we understand at Wakana that the edible market is hot. Everybody wants to infuse their mocktails, their cocktails, their smoothies, their water, their coffee, their tea, their juice, their food with CBD. So this is a product that is water soluble that you can do that. Our next product is our Culinary Plus product, because we understand at Wakana, people love to bake. They love to cook to enhance their food with CBD. This is our Culinary Plus product that can be used to bake. Again, our products are double certified, third party validated. Our farms are sourced from Oregon, Kentucky, and Colorado. And we do have a farm in Northern Europe that has been growing hemp organically for over 100 years. So the edible business is hot. Not only do we have water soluble products and culinary products to bake and cook with, but we have gummies. People love gummies. Oh my goodness. Our gummies are infused. They are not coated. That means the potency of the gummies are amazing because they are infused. Again, we have powered gummies that contain the 0.3% or less of THC. And we have the pure gummies that contain less than 0.0% THC. Each gummy is 25 milligrams. The Mayo Clinic did a study and they tried to understand what would be the perfect dose for the average person. And that dose is between 2.5 to 25 milligrams. So most people don't need a lot of CBD to put their body back in balance, to put the endocannabinoid system back in balance. So our gummies come in a 4-count pack as well as a 20-count pack. Absolutely amazing. Our gummies are vegan and they are non-GMO. We even have topical products, which is a great way to directly put CBD on an area to offer local relief. For neuropathy, for sore muscles, if you're working out, for issues like arthritis, inflammation, this is a great product to use. Our CBD topical power relief contains 200 milligrams in a 15 ml jar. It is also a proprietary formulation that includes 9 certified essential oils. This product not only includes CBD with 0.3% or less of THC, but includes arnica, turmeric, black seed, peppermint, clove, eucalyptus, menthol crystals. Oh my goodness. You're talking about relief after a workout or relief from any inflammatory process, lupus, fibromyalgia that may occur. Again, you just need a little bit. It's in a base of shea butter that allows it to really apply very smoothly, and you just need a little to offer relief. Now, let's talk about our vape oil cartridges. You know, vaping has truly been in the media. I think we're up to 13 deaths, unfortunately, from those who are vaping black market vape cartridges. We're not talking about anything here at Wakana, but the FDA has pinpointed that these fatalities and morbidities that have come from vaping are compounds that are found in the black market. So absolutely, if you get a vape oil cartridge from Pookie or a Pookie's house, you may have an issue. These cartridges have been tested and they have found vitamin E, fentanyl, K2 synthetics, nicotine, cannabis, rat poison. Truly, these products have been very dangerous. Our vape oil cartridges are sealed, they're locked. You can't even open them, you can't tamper with them. They are full of 100% organic CBD in a carrier oil of MCT coconut oil with black seed and turmeric, again, to give it those anti-inflammatory properties. What I love about vaping is that the onset of action is within 1 to 5 minutes. An acute issue of pain, anxiety, acute flare of gout or fibromyalgia, within 1 to 5 minutes, the CBD is in the bloodstream. So I love vaping for those acute issues. And again, you don't need a lot to be effective. 1 to 3 pulls 3 times a day is all that you need. Now, this vape oil cartridge comes in our power, which is 0.3% or less of CBD of THC, and our pure, which contains less than 0.0% of THC. We have new products. Our Raspberry Jane gives you a nice flavor, as well as our 2 other new products, our Power Mango Body Cream, as well as our Power Cherry Bliss CBD Lube. Let's talk about our body cream. Well, the skin is the largest organ in our body. Our skin really does undergo a lot of beating, right? From the environment, the air, even conditions like eczema, psoriasis, and acne. This is a great product that has 500 milligrams of CBD. And remember, those receptors are found in all organs and glands in our body. So our skin is even looking for CBD to put it back into balance. Our CBD lube is a great product for those women who are estrogen deficient. Women who are menopause have vaginal dryness, vaginal atrophy, which really makes it difficult for sexual relations. So we have a product that is a lube that can be used on the vulva or outside of the vagina, can be used on the penis to help assist with lubrication in those women who are menopausal and have a deficiency in estrogen. This product is 400 milligrams of CBD. Now, because these are topical products, I failed to mention, when you deal with a topical product that contains trace levels of THC, 0.3% or less of THC, these topical products will not show up in your random drug screen. So if you work for a job that does random drug screens, you can use topical products because topical products do not pass the blood-brain barrier. So let's talk about CBD how do you use CBD in fitness, and what would you look to use CBD for? Well, for muscle recovery is a really big thing. You know, when I undergo hard workouts in the past, before I knew about CBD, I would usually take Motrin or Aleve for my post recovery muscle soreness. We now know that chronic use of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like Motrin, like Aleve, like ibuprofen, long term can cause chronic renal failure. And if you're on the line and you're here in Chicago, I'm telling you, the Vita dialysis centers are on every other block. They are more common than McDonald's and Walgreens. So CBD absolutely is an alternative that you can use in your fitness regimen to help muscle relaxation, to reduce inflammation, to reduce pain, to cut down the healing time, and to also increase blood flow and circulation. Remember, CBD not only is a great analgesic, but is anti-inflammatory and is a vasorelaxant. So it's improving blood flow and circulation to those muscles that need that recovery. So absolutely CBD is used in fitness. So you can see we are in the right industry. We have the right leadership, the right people, and absolutely the right products and products that work. Well, how about the process? The process here at Wakana is education. We feel that to really empower our communities, they really need to understand not only how cannabis works, but through our business model, how to develop and create wealth. And that process is through our Wakana University. Yes, we have a university that is your source for cannabis education and wealth creation. We understand to ascertain wealth. Now, we're not talking about being rich. We're talking about wealth, which is totally different. We're talking about the ability to leave wealth behind for our great, 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 great times 5 grandchildren. So there must be a certain level of education that comes with that. And Ralph Waldo Emerson said it best. He said, the human mind, once stretched by a new idea, never ever regains its original dimension. So Wakana University is a 3-pronged process. We cover business development, personal growth, and wealth creation. Warren Buffett says the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The more you learn, the more you will earn. And it truly is true. I've spent a lot of money and a lot of time not only speaking at cannabis conferences, but attending cannabis investor conferences. So some of the things that you'll learn in Wakana University is how the endocannabinoid system works. CBD, THC, and other cannabinoids, drug-drug interactions, microdosing, how to dispense, how to make edibles, how to start a dispensary, viable stock companies, and emerging markets. So Wakana University has a basic certification. It's $199. That's a one-time fee. We do offer advanced courses, which are $129 annually. But absolutely getting certified as a Wakanapreneur, understanding these products, how they work, and understanding how to create wealth in this new and exciting industry of cannabis. So Wakana University is a process. It's our process that helps you reap all the benefits of cannabis in this generation. So you can see we have the right industry, we have the right people, we have the right products, and we have the right process. In fact, 1% of all of our profits we use at Wakana to help feed children and empower communities. Now, these children may look like they're in Africa, but we are starting with our communities right here in the U.S. And also, we have that pathway to ownership. So really, really exciting. Now, how about the profits? You may be on the line and looking at exactly what the compensation model looks like at Wakana. It's important to know that we are a non-MLM company. We are a micro dispensary franchise. That's a little different from a traditional MLM company. Traditional MLM companies pay down to infinity. That's why many people that join traditional MLM companies don't make any money, right? Because the company has to pay down to infinity. And by the time that flows down to your level, there's very little money left. So we're excited that we have a very unique compensation plan. So Wakana equals freedom. And freedom is a condition to speak, act, and pursue happiness. So this little guy here, he's trying to give you the key to freedom. He truly wants you to be a part and a player in a multi-billion-dollar industry with Wakana. So there are 6 ways at Wakana that you can get paid: through online dispensary sales, through retail sales, through our shared wealth pool, through broker earnings and overrides, and our car allowance and free trips. So when you talk about a dispensary, you see maybe an image like this. These medical marijuana dispensaries, there's actually 54 in the state of Illinois, are all owned by European males. Not one is owned by a minority. In fact, the only minority dispensary that was to open on 85th and Commercial, Missions Dispensary, the minority group ran out of money before they can even open their doors. So right now you're looking at minimum of $1 million to get into this space, minimum. When it's all said and done, you've hired your consultants, your attorneys, your staff, your supplies, your brick and mortar. You're looking at easily $10 million. But here at Wakana, you're able to start a business, get into the cannabis space, own a CBD, not only online dispensary, but have retail products for $998. That is coming into the industry for less than $1,000. What do you get when you come in at that level? Well, you get $1,500 worth of products. You get CBD tinctures, the water solubles, the culinary products, the gummies, the topicals, the vapes. You also get 2 Wakana University basic certification vouchers, so you can get that education. You also get something called a broker master key. That is the ability to get agents on board, and you can distribute as many free online websites as you desire. Hundreds and hundreds and thousands of websites you can give away with this broker master key. And when you think about your 9 to 5, when you think about your 9 to 5, there's only so many hours that you can work at your 9 to 5. This gives you the ability to develop income and residual income in your sleep. And even Warren Buffett says that if you don't have the ability to make money when you are asleep, you'll be working for the rest of your life. This full crown jewel dispensary also gives you the ability to earn more money by learning how to use those water solubles by infusing drinks and edibles. And you also get paid as a sapphire with 6 levels of overrides for actually 6 months. The crown jewel toolbox that comes with this full dispensary values at $400 because, again, you're getting 2 vouchers to that Wakana University that gives you the source for cannabis education and wealth creation. We also have an online dispensary. The online dispensary is a dispensary where customers can come to your online site. They can purchase product. you can earn between 20 and 50% commission on everything that is sold on your online site. Your customers get free shipping with orders of $75 and above, and they're able to get affordable, natural, and organic products. There's the ability also for you to have a 30-day free test drive. A free 30-day test drive gives you the ability to have customers come to your website for 30 days. You can make commission. But after 30 days, again, we want you to continue to earn those commissions, but we want you to become certified through our Wakana University. The other option is coming in with a personal dispensary. A personal dispensary is for personal use. You will get our top products. You'll get our tinctures, our Power Hempranium, our Culinary Plus, our water soluble, our Power Relief topical, our vapes and our gummies. That's for $299. We give you a $500 value. You're also able to earn commissions on 3 levels for 1 month, as well as you have your online store, and we give you that master key for 30 days where you are a broker and you can give away as many online sites to your agents. So when you look at this industry again, it's very fascinating because the average dispensary in the US profits over $22 million. The average salary for a dispensary owner is reported to be about $500,000 a year. So again, the numbers here are low. The new estimated numbers for this market is $32 billion. This is a $32 billion industry that you want to get a piece of that pie. Absolutely, you do. And you can do that by your online sales. This is just an example of having $1,000 in sales at the end of a calendar month with 5 customers, and you're looking at a 30% commission. $300 total commission, $100 given in product bonuses, which totals to $400. See, the average bankruptcy can be avoided by bringing in $400 extra into a home. A divorce could be avoided by bringing an extra $400 to $500 into a marriage. So this is another example of how we are a micro dispensary and not a traditional multi-level marketing company. Commissions earned on retail sales go down 7 levels deep. So you can see as you are building a team, you are making commissions on all levels. Pretty exciting. There are even broker overrides as well. So each time you sell a full dispensary to someone, you earn $200. Each time you sell a personal dispensary that costs $299, you earn $50. Again, you can see 7 levels deep, you are earning commissions and overrides as you are building a team. Not a traditional MLM compensation plan, which pays down to infinity. Let's look at another exciting way to get paid here at Wakana. It's through our shared wealth pool. At the end of each month, our company takes 4% of revenues and they divide those outstanding shares to these crown jewel dispensaries. The first crown jewel dispensary is Sapphire. Sapphire is defined as $10,000 of sales in a calendar month. Ruby Dispensary is $25,000 sales in a calendar month. And Emerald Dispensary is $50,000 in sales in a calendar month. Now, these sales cannot just be done by you. A 50% rule means that you and another person needs to make up this volume. You can build as many people wide to get that volume in your dispensary. The next set of dispensaries are our diamond, 1-star diamond, all the way up to 5-star diamond, $1 million in one calendar month in sales. So when you get to the diamond dispensary, makes it even more exciting. Not only do you get that 4% in that shared revenue pool, but you get an additional 2% added in that shared revenue pool. Now, the difference when the diamond dispensaries, you need a 1/3 rule applies. That means you plus 2 other need to make up that volume in your dispensary. We even have a car allowance. No, you do not get a Mercedes-Benz, but you do get $500 toward a car allowance once you hit that 1-star diamond dispensary. We're taking 100 diamonds to the motherland. In 2020, we are taking 100 diamonds to South Africa, all expense paid. That is the diamond lifestyle. So you can see we have the right industry. We have the right people. We have the right products. We have the right process, and we absolutely have the right profits. So some of the features and benefits of business ownership, well, many of you on the line may be entrepreneurs. And you know, when you own your own business, you own your own time. You have the opportunity with Wakana to have a trusted team of advisors and experts to help you build your cannabis business. You have a real pathway to business ownership. You are your own boss, and you have travel and car perks. Other benefits, you get to earn extra money in your sleep. Remember, Warren Buffett said, if you are not in a position to earn money in your sleep, you will work for the rest of your life. Personal development, friendships, having more fun, and unlimited wealth potential. So let's do a recap. A recap is the number one seller in our business is our full crown jewel dispensary. That is the ability to come into the cannabis space with less than $1,000 it will cost you. This full crown dispensary is $998. It's a $2,000 value. What do you get with it? Well, you get $1,500 worth of products. You get a $500 value toolbox, which gives you your certification vouchers for your education, as well as a broker master key. That key allows you to give away as many free online dispensaries. You're also able to get paid as a sapphire, earning overrides 6 levels deep for 6 months. But wait, there's more. If you purchase that full micro dispensary today, you'll receive 2 bonus guides, infusing edibles and navigating cannabis stock for $150 value. The personal use dispensary is another way to come into the business. That will cost you $299. It's a $500 value where you're getting all of our top products, our tinctures, our water solubles, our topicals, our vapes, our gummies. You're able to earn commission on 3 levels for 1 month. You're able to get that online store as well as 30-day master key. What happens after day 30? Well, we want you to become certified so that you can continue to earn your commissions. We also have the opportunity, if money is an issue. If money is an issue, we have a free 30-day test drive where you are able to have your own CBD website where you can send customers to, and you can get between 20 and 50% commissions on everything that your website provides. There are 3 types of people at the end of our presentation. Typically, there are 3 types. I remember one time I did a presentation and the woman said she was number 5. And I said, well, there was only 3 types. So remember your number. Type 1 is a customer. That's someone who wants to get started with our product. You may be on the line and you're looking for something to reduce inflammation and pain. maybe on the line and you're looking for something to help with anxiety and depression, there may be a number of reasons why you want to incorporate CBD into your health and your regimen currently. That number one is that personal use dispensary will give you a lot of products so that you can see which product is the right product for you. It's a great way to also share with your husband, with your wife, with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, or you may just want to bless others with some of the products to sample. Type 2 is a person on the line that still has questions. We're going to open up the line now at the end for those questions. Number 3 is that person that's ready to get started, like I was. They want to get into the space of cannabis. They want to get healthier. They want their endocannabinoid system to be in balance. They want to be able to make money when they're asleep. They want to understand all of the education on cannabis and wealth creation that we're providing in the Wakana University. And that's at full Crown Jewel Dispensary for $998. So Wakana is destined to make a global impact on the world. We're currently in the market in Texas, we're in Maryland, we're in Michigan, we're also in Indiana. We're opening up South and North Carolina. We are excited that we're the only minority female-owned CBD company in Illinois. We are in our 5th month and we are destined to hit $1 million in revenue by month 8. We are excited that we have a state-of-the-art website that is amazing. And we're excited that we have the leadership and the experts and the advisors on our team to truly help you to get into the space of cannabis. So I want to thank you so much for attending. We're going to open up the lines for questions now. And again, I want to thank Nakia for making this possible so that we can really help to get so many people on the other side of knowledge about this amazing plant.
Thank you so much, Rita. So we do want to see your face because I know people have questions. Usually what happens, I like that you went through this presentation because this actually gets me to see who's actually serious about changing not just their health, but their wealth as well. Because not having enough money is just as stressful on the body as not working out and not eating right. It's just as stressful. So I'll give you time to put yourself back in. Are you there? Oh, it's me. People can't see my face. So we're waiting on you to, there you go.
There I go.
So on 2 platforms. So we have those of you that are here on Zoom. So if you are able to unmute yourself and you want to ask a question, this would be a good time. Those of you who are on YouTube, I can read your comments. Just leave a comment and I can definitely ask her that question and she will definitely answer it for you. You'll actually get to see her answer it so you can see all of the information she has to share, facial expressions. I understand people are like, I want to make sure I'm talking to a real person.
Right,
So,
I am a real person.
a real person. So yes, you guys might not know I've been using the products. Not only that, I've recently been doing some, what do I want to say? We've been doing some research myself because I've been hearing about the deaths that have been happening due to vaping. And they're all saying that it can't really be, it's just different information that you hear. And I kind of agree with I really agree with what Rita is saying after you hear other doctors that talk about it. But you have to have the right kind of vape pen as well, so that you don't burn the oil. But as you can see, this is a kind of like, she's right. Once, maybe 2 times a day is enough. And I need it because sometimes as a business owner and pushing forward into a different mindset, guys, I can experience some anxiety that you guys don't see on camera. And
That's
this really helps me out because I'm helping other people and I want the best for other people. And sometimes that can cause me great anxiety because I want people to, but I can't control how people think or feel about themselves. So this helps me get through that. So if you guys got any questions, did you guys like disappear on me? People probably didn't
you
disappear.
may need to unmute people, or
Yeah,
can they unmute themselves? Can
they
you
can
unmute
unmute
yourself if you
themselves.
have a question?
But if not, I'll just unmute people. That's to see if they have any questions. If you guys have any questions, please feel free. I don't know, some people are pretty busy. Hey, you guys are like, you come for the information, but then you don't stay long enough to learn more. Don't stay long enough to learn more.
Hi, Dr. Rita. This is Wayne.
Hi,
Hi.
Wayne.
Hi. I just want to thank you and Nakia for the overview. This is my second session that you have presented me an opportunity with. And I just want to say it's very informative. I'm enjoying the information, and I look forward to joining forces with you and the team.
Heck yeah.
Thank you so much, Wayne. We really appreciate that. And I do want to just give a little update on where we're going as a company. Currently, Wakana is in the hemp space, but our next phase is we're going to apply for the licenses for the adult use cannabis in Illinois. And it's really exciting because our vision by 2025 is that we're going to be from seed to sale, meaning we're going to own our own farms, our own processing, extraction, dispensaries, infusion, transportation. And that's exciting because, again, Wakana is much more than a CBD company. We are a nation. When we think about how the FDA has not regulated this industry yet of CBD, but it's very close, they will. It's very hard and difficult for a lot of CBD companies to even find a merchant that will take credit cards, right? Because banks are not really sure if your CBD company is selling CBD or are they selling marijuana. So at Wakana, what we did is that we're always ahead of the game. We have a merchant that's in the UK that is able to take all and process our credit cards with our online sales. And the same thing holds true for our products. There are things that we know that the FDA is going to require of us, and we are already in position with those things. One being ensuring that our products are manufactured in GMP facilities. Those are facilities that hold the same standards as an FDA approved drug, right? Number two, making sure our products are industrial hemp registered, they're compliant with the Department of Agriculture, that they are compliant with the Farm Bill. Really important. Three, making sure that our ingredients are labeled accurately on the bottle. And then having total transparency with our consumers, having those certificates of analysis so that people can see the cannabinoid profile, they can see the THC amount, they can make sure that there's no mold, mildew, or heavy metals in the product. So all of these things, we are really ahead of the curve. I'm so excited that we are able to be in the position to even move forward as this cannabis industry grows. And we truly at Wakana, we are at the basement. We at the beginning of the beginning of the beginning of the most exciting industry ever.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Someone did ask a question. They asked, how do you get started? So I'm trying to understand which part do they want to get started with. So this was the question that was posed.
So we want them to get started. If they want to get started with that full dispensary, again, they're going to very easily contact Nakia. She's going to get them their website. It's a replicated website, which is no cost to you. We do not charge monthly or autofills or anything like that. that will get them those links so we can get them certified. There is a test after certification. It's an 8-hour online course, and it's an open book test. 70% is all you need to pass. We get those products shipped out through our fulfillment department, and we get you started on your business immediately.
Cool. So those of you who are interested, you can just reach out to me. You guys know how to reach out to me. So that's what. Question. I know one question that most people are do want to know. There's different illnesses, diseases out there that people are wondering, how does CBD actually work for them? There's you mentioned IBS. There's fibromyalgia. There are those with hypertension, high blood pressure, deal with a lot of inflammation, water retention. Like, can you give us like a really, how you would describe how CBD can help them with that? I understand it, but
Right.
just for them to get an understanding, like this is a product that could actually help you with those issues. So any issue you may have.
So CBD again is an anti-inflammatory. It's an anti-anxiolytic. It's an analgesic. That means it helps with inflammation, and inflammation is the number one reason that we see chronic disease. Obesity is inflammation. Diabetes is inflammation. Inflamed beta cells of the pancreas. High blood pressure is inflammation of the blood vessels. Lupus, fibromyalgia, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, gout. All of these disease entities are inflammation. So that's why inflammatory bowel disease or syndrome, IBS, that's why when you give someone that has inflammation, they respond almost immediately. Case by case is different to CBD because it is a powerful anti-inflammatory product. Also, what we find is that there are some medications that may have a drug-drug interaction with CBD. When we talk about chronic disease, most people are on medication. They may be on lisinopril, hydrochlorothiazide, amlodipine, metoprolol, insulin. They may be on Xanax or Zoloft. Those medications, it's important that you continue to take your medications, right? I'm not advocating that you go home once you get your CBD and throw away your medication. What you'll find is that you take your medication as prescribed, and an hour later, you're going to use your CBD products. And you're going to make sure that your doctor knows that you're taking CBD, because what you want to make sure is that as you're taking the CBD, you're monitoring your blood sugar because it is an anti-diabetic. It's an anti-tumoral. All of these things start to improve. So you want to let your doctor know that, you know, very soon I'm going to need to be weaned off of or even eliminated off of a lot of these medications. And I've seen it in my 3 years in practice. Patients decreasing their metformin. They're able to come off their lisinopril. They're absolutely able to come off of Prozac and Xanax and Zoloft. They're able to come off a lot of these steroids. They're asthmatics. But two medications that you should be aware of that may have a drug-drug interaction is blood thinner called Coumadin or warfarin, and the other one is for asthma. It's called Theophylline. Those medications, if you're on, you need to let your doctor know so that they can monitor your blood levels to ensure that you are not taking too much or too little of your medications as prescribed. So basically, cannabis and all of its byproducts have a very safe profile. No one has ever died or overdosed from cannabis. Now, if you get cannabis from Pookie's house, you may die or overdose. But when you're talking about an organic product, the safety profile is there because cannabis does not have receptors in the part of the brain, the medulla, that modulates and regulates respiration. So if you take too many Percocets or Vicodin, you will die because you'll stop breathing. But with cannabis, those receptors are not in that part of the brain that regulates respiration. So very safe product. some of the common side effects that we see if you take too much CBD is excessive fatigue or maybe a little nausea. That's why I recommend you always start at a low dose. You start low and you start slow. Most people don't need a lot of CBD. So my recommended dosing, which is on the bottle, is starting with 3 drops in the morning and 3 drops in the evening. And for most people, that is enough. I like to pair that with the topical if you have a lot of inflammation. I like to pair it with the vape if you have acute inflammation or pain or anxiety. And also, I love to pair it with that gummy at night. One gummy at night, you will sleep like a baby. It helps you sleep.
It definitely helps me sleep.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you need much rest.
That's when your body heals. We know that.
Yeah.
Your body heals when you sleep. So you got to sleep.
One of the products that I have been most favorable of is the Pure, the water soluble, because I put it either in my morning coffee or some water, and it's enough for me. I'm fine. 3 drops is enough.
Yes.
3 drops is enough. So that's what I've been using, especially because the tinctures, the power, you have 2 powers. There's the hemp pranium for the culinary. No, it's 3. Where's my culinary? I've been using it. That's the culinary one, and then the one for the tinctures under the tongue for holding it for a period of time. I know for some people this might be a little much, like I have to hold it under my tongue for a long period of time.
60 seconds.
It's just 60 seconds. But the culinary and the Pure, those that you can put it into your foods, because I know I have a few people who are into cooking. This is something that can benefit you if you're looking to use CBD for your health purposes with your food, and you're like, I don't know about the tincture thing, 60 seconds seems a bit long, I'll forget and swallow it, but because I do that. But yeah, anybody else have any other questions? I know it was quite a few. Okay, there we go. They just wanted to know how to get started. That was the questions that I was getting. So if you guys are interested in getting started or anything, you guys are able to reach out to me. We may do this again at another time. Rita's quite busy, so am I. But we converse as much as we possibly can. I wanted to share this with you guys because it's more to just fitness. It's also about your wealth, your health wealth. And there will be other people I will be introducing to you guys on that aspect too. But really just on the fitness and health aspect, since this is my fitness channel, I really want you guys to get a chance to talk with Dr. Rita. So if you did have questions, please, you only got like 2 more minutes before we have to go. Other than that, I heard a hello. Who said hello? I heard it. If you have any questions, this is an opportunity for you to talk to someone that knows this. So you're not hearing from, okay, Janet, I hear you.
Okay, great.
Yay.
Yeah. I just want, Dr. Rita, what are the gummies coated with? Are they coated with sugar?
Our gummies are vegan and non-GMO. So our power gummies are not coated with sugar. Our pure gummies have a little sugar on them. So the pure is that broad spectrum, less than 0.0% THC, and the power gummies have the 0.3% or less.
Okay, yeah, I just had someone come on board who is a diabetic, and she got the personal dispensary, but she doesn't want to try the, I'm not sure which ones came in her pack. I think when they send that out, it's probably the pure.
Yes, it's probably the pure, which she can change that out very easily.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Any other questions there? Don't be afraid. You guys know I'll start going ham on you guys. Don't be afraid. You won't know unless you ask.
That's right.
You will
I
never
really love
know.
the water soluble though. It's a great product when you're on the go. You can just drop it in your water and keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Cool. That's it. Well, that's it, guys. We'll come back another time. You'll probably have way more questions then after you guys see this. It's been recorded, so those of you who are joining us, you'll be able to come back in and see everything. You guys know you can reach out to me. I would say you can reach out to Dr. Rita, but I know how busy she is just as much as I am. But we do want to help you as much as we possibly can. I know I'm one of them. I really want to help people as much as I possibly can. And I've gotten into something that I have been doing for a number of years. And I haven't really been sharing it with you guys because I prefer to try things myself before I consider myself ambassador or telling you or influencing you to do something that may better you. So I'm not one of those that'll just like, oh, got a new product, let me tell everybody about it. No, let me see how this works for me personally so I can have a story to tell and I can share you guys with other people who have the same stories or stories that you may identify with. But I really want you guys to hear it from an expert. That was really my biggest thing, was hear from an expert.
As an obstetrician gynecologist, for me, the vaping is such a blessing because there's a lot of stress in our profession. In fact, I was telling you last night at 1 a.m, a patient came in who had twins prematurely, and she delivered vaginally with the feet hanging out, right? That's a breech. And we didn't have time to do a C-section. And I'm telling you, I needed that vape afterwards just to wasu down. And the onset of action is just so quick that it helps to control stress and anxiety. So truly, these products have been helpful for me to sleep, helpful in anxiety and stress. And in 2009, I had a ski injury. I tore my ACL, my MCL, and my meniscus in my right knee. So it's truly helped with inflammation and pain. And I've not taken Motrin or Aleve or Tylenol in the last 3 years. So truly is a blessing, a way to get a holistic organic product in your system without the high. Awesome. And that is key to understand.
Yes. Because how many of you can say you've talked with a doctor that can actually share with you their own personal experience with any medication? We don't come across that. And a lot of times, I'm going to be honest, is that we're not taking the responsibility to talk with our doctors and ask the right questions. So that's why this is being done, guys. But we are going to close it out here because I want to enjoy the rest of my evening. I'm sure Dr. Rita has quite a few things. I so appreciate you doing this. You have
and
no...
I appreciate you having me. Let's do it again.
Yes, we will do it again. I would love for the next one to be more of a Q&A so people can ask the questions on the health aspect of it, because I know I get lots of emails where people ask me about CBD. How is that going to help me? I have fibromyalgia, I have IBS, I have this, I have that, and it's like, you really need to talk to a doctor. You really do. I'm not a doctor. I may be close to an expert on CBD based off Wakana's training, but you have to talk to a doctor because that's personal and you have to take responsibility for your health. So that's the next thing I really want us to really go through, that, like, how does it really benefit your health? And maybe that'll get people in the mindset, because I'm going to tell you now, you guys been watching me for years and you've seen the progress, and not just my body, my mindset, and my lifestyle. And now is the time to share with you how I got there.
Yes.
How I got there. So thank you so much, Dr. Rita. Thank you, Janet, for your question. Thank you, Wayne, for popping in and coming in. Marsha's here. Amber made it, even though she was at the gym. She was letting me know. Vanessa, there was 2 Vanessas there. So thank you, guys. We hope to see you in the next one.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you, guys. That was freaking amazing. You are awesome. Let's see. That was amazing.